Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hi guys, how's everyone? This is your homeboy XtremeTony. Welcoming everyone to day 2 of XGWL Year in Review. And I'm going to start things off with a mixed tag match between Porker, the hog, and Mary, the sheep. As they're going to be taking on the self-proclaimed power couple of CW / virtual wrestling and JC Wolfe and Mercedes. So yeah, last night was a couple of unexpected wins with La Estrella Azul and Jacob Gutierrez beating AJ Cole and Slash the King of the Anarchists to win the tag titles. And then Hatrius being the inaugural WCDL California champion. And yes, I had to create that title last minute before I went on the live stream last night. And well, yeah, so night 2 we're gonna have some pretty good matches here as well. We're gonna the XGWL Ultimate World title will be on the line. And you see there the power couple, the self-proclaimed power couple of CW / virtual wrestling, JC Wolfe and Mercedes. And I know right now I'm trying to share all the links throughout the socials. As we get this match underway and good as the ladies are starting things off in this match. As Mary the Sheep, look at this, and stomping away at Mercedes. Edit the title of the video last night and add the match card in post. The one thing with now look at this, face buster by Mercedes. And now the tag, and now the men are. Okay, look at the side. I want you to notice the size difference between Porker the Hog and JC Wolfe. That's like an 120-pound weight difference between these two. You have the 6-foot even, 230-pound JC Wolfe. Damn, just throwing him like a sack of potatoes. And now tagging in Mary the Sheep. And then the 6'5", 350-pound Porker the Hog, and look at that springboard drop kick, double jump springboard drop kick, and now the cover. One and only. Quick way. And that cat doesn't go where he shouldn't. Alright. look at that solar takedown as the men are getting tagged back in. But I'm trying to do everything at once. I'm trying to set the links on the socials. But this video, I did add in the, oh damn, what a maneuver by JC Wolfe. Added in the day 2 on the title of the video. Cover now. And in post, I am going to add the match card. So let's go over the match card real quick. But I did post the match card ahead of time yesterday in the afternoon. With both days, the match cards for both days completed. So right now, the mixed tag match is for these 2 couples. And then later, the next match after this is going to be a fatal 4-way tornado tag for the vacant WCDL Tag Team Championship. And then the women's tag team, the WCDL women's title on the line, as the infamous Cameron is going to be challenging Amaya Ahmed. The Crucero title, Gemini challenging Electro Inferno. Women's tag titles, the Beehive challenging Showbiz. And then our main event, as Jimmy Apophis Nicmeri challenges the XGWL Ultimate World title against Trey Steele. And now look at this. JC Wolfe. Oh! Now look at the strength here. So one thing, got a chance to go to the gym yesterday, did chest and back. But one thing I didn't get a chance to do is get some good sleep. So I did last night, went to bed at 12:30 a.m. Oh, nice DDT there by Mary the Sheep. Woke up around almost 8 in the morning. So I think I woke up like around 7:45. And I'm tagging in the Hog, and as the men get back in the ring in this one, Irish strip to the corner. Let's see what JC Wolfe has in store here. Damn. Now cover. What a maneuver by J.D. Wolfe. And now JC Wolfe top rope. Oh! As Wolfe the Hawk gets out of the way. Hey, Apophis, glad you could drop in. I know you're looking forward to the main event later on. And now the Hog. And now look at this Beal toss. Oh! And again, all pumped up. Right now, could use a little help sharing the links to the show. We've got a few already. Another Beal toss by Walker the Hog. And the one thing about this reason this event is happening is because I failed to deliver on the monthly web shows. Reason is because my computer is just not functioning like it should. And now the tag, because I'm trying to. There's one thing, I do need a new computer, because I've had this computer for 10 years. Longer than any computer that's worked for me, because the previous computer I had for 9 years that had Windows XP. And that computer lasted me But you know what the problem is? There aren't too many desktop PCs on sale anymore. Like the only desktop PCs you're gonna see are those high-end desk gaming PCs, and I don't game on a PC. I want to do video editing, maybe watch some YouTube videos, cover one and only. And now Mercedes, what she's setting up for. Oh, what a DDT there by the First Lady of Virtual Wrestling. Cover now. 1, 2. And that's it. Mercedes wins the match for her team. For the power couple of CEW reigns supreme. As Mercedes is like celebrating with the crowd, taunting them, and now coming back in the ring. Alright, so let's go to the next match. Fatal 4-way tornado tag rules. I'm going to add a little stipulation here. Pinfall submission. Elimination. Of course, no disqualifications, no countouts. So let's. The football. Alright, so let's. Alright, so let's get the team set up. The Barrio Boys. The one thing with the Barrio Boys, a cruiserweight tag team where Alberto Diaz is more of the luchador style, while Jimmy Jimenez is more like the technical cruiser. Tallahassee Twins. Let's see. And oh yes, Ahmed the Egyptian III was in last night's match. So, like I mentioned yesterday, if that name sounds familiar, he was in Southern California CW. His grandfather was in Southern California CW. Ahmed the Egyptian the first, while Ahmed the Egyptian the second appears in the final years of Southern California CW. The Guapo Rage. WCDL. So, fatal four-way tornado tag team rules for the WCDL Tag Team Championships. It's like we're. There's one thing I'm gonna have. It's like if that computer's getting too much of a problem, I'm gonna have to switch things up and start having official XGWL episodes, doing them live, like I am right now with this show, year in review. The Barrio Boys. And I heard backstage that Edgar Torres wanted to join up with the Barrio Boys, and they said no, and Edgar Torres was like, "Man, fuck you, cuh." And it's only because, and then they respond, "Hey, don't you have a date over at Six Flags with your torta?" Yeah, one thing, a couple of other places you'll see an Edgar at is like a street takeover with that stupid haircut with the. You guys aren't familiar with an Edgar cut is? It's like you have a fade top and sides with a mushroom top. One thing is, when I get a haircut, I get a high fade, sort of a juice box fade, like that old school hip. But yeah, the Barrio Boys and team number 2 in this match. And here comes Jonathan and Jalen Bray, the Tallahassee Twins. Yeah, the reason I'm doing the live stream right now in the morning is because I'm going to be working later this afternoon to the evening, right before midnight at work. Now here comes the Guapo Rage. Carlos El Guapo and Tim Rage. Because one question is, does Tim Rage deserve to be called up to the main roster? Because one thing is, Tim Rage is a former world champion over in Aggression Championship Wrestling. One thing is, like, it's been a long time since we've seen the real Tim Rage. I know he's out there. He's alive. He's living life right now. And if Tim Rage, if you're watching this, hey, whatever, we still think about you. We still ask about your well-being. Because I know that mental health is important. Because I know there's things when all my personal demons get the best of me at times. And now the fourth and final team in this fatal four-way tornado tag match for the vacant WCDL Tag Team Champions. The two brothers, Vincent and Victor Romanov. The Romanov brothers. And again, if you're not familiar with that name, their father, Alexander Romanov, was part of TWF back in the day. And to my surprise, he also competed in Southern California CAW. Right, like I mentioned before, many times. Don't be shy, drop a line, say hi. table. And look at this. Tim Rage taking a kick to the mush. And a cover by Vincent Romanov. Oh, what a cutter by Jonathan Braves. Yeah. So it's going to be a hard time keeping up with all the action when you have 4 teams going at it here and all 8 competitors in the ring all at the same time. Now look at this. Jimmy's with a neck break and a step break on the outside. Ooh, damn. That'll hit Guapo taking a shot right there into the ring apron. Victor Romanov giving him a tumble. Oh! Tim Rage with an electric chair drop to one of the Tallahassee Twins. Now the other Tallahassee Twins with an armbar onto Vincent Romanov. Now, Jimmy's in there too. Nice takedown. Alberto Diaz working on the leg of Vincent Romanov. Look at that movement plus. And yes, this is elimination rules. So last team standing is going to win. So if one member of a team gets pinned, then the entire team is eliminated. Oh! With that guitar shot to Alberto Diaz. Ooh, what a facebuster by Carlos El Guapo. Cover now. 1, 2. Oh. And I honestly think that elimination will be better suited for this type of match. Ooh, much like the 10-man battle royale for the vacant WCDL California Championship. Ooh, nice maneuver. There's just so much action. And now look at this. Jonathan Bray, cover. 1, 2. Ooh, kick out by Carlos El Guapo. Tim Rage has been part of a lot of teams in CAW. Whether the Violent Rage teaming up with Jamari Mito in Aggression Championship Wrestling was another team he was a part of before here in WCDL, and the Barrio Boys are eliminated, or rather Alberto Diaz. Damn, Dominator. It's like both members of the team have to be eliminated too. Kick. And now look at this. Ooh, nice suplex. And now look at this. Vincent Romanov. Oh, got hit by didn't execute that maneuver. You know what would be interesting? If I were to have Alexander Romanov be the manager for his 2 sons. But one thing that was very nostalgia-esque is having Vincent Nicmeri taking on Bradley Wright in last night in the Legends Showcase. 2 legends from Southern California CAW. Famed Nicmeri family. And now look at these strikes here. Ooh, goddamn. Tim Rage. Now delivering the Spider Rage to Vincent Romanov. So far, it's only been one elimination. Cover 1, 2, and Tim Rage eliminates Vincent Romanov. As we're down to 6. And Alberto Diaz is still at ringside. Two cover, and Carlos El Guapo has been eliminated by Victor Romanov. And now the eliminations are starting to, we have a domino effect now. I did not think that, I honestly thought that those that have been eliminated must leave ringside, but apparently not. Carlos El Guapo still on the ground. Like, excuse me, let me go around you real quick. And now Tim Rage, look at this. Oh, slapping Jonathan Bray in the corner. Oh, smashes Tim Rage with that stop sign. Tim Rage just shrugged that off and just ran him over. Dude, this is why I don't like that LED ring apron thing, because it takes away a spot to grab weapons from. Big old splash on the outside by Tim Rage. Jimmy Jimenez is still fighting strong. Trying to take out both members of the Tallahassee Twins. Because they're the only team that's fully intact in this match so far. While a member of each team has been eliminated from the other three. And Tim Rage, what a maneuver. And now Tim Rage starts to turn his attention to the Tallahassee Twins. And got met with that high knee. One thing is, any team can still win this one. And, oh man, light tube in play. And I've seen a few of those in some backyard shows. Ooh, damn. Throwing that trash can at somebody. That stop sign, excuse me. God damn. That busted open up. Victor Romanov. Now look at this. Oh man, old school curb stomp. And Carlos El Guapo has already left the ringside area. And now look at this helicopter swing. Ooh-wee. And now the Dolphin break, top rope. Ooh, and he runs 450, but misses. Jimmy Jimenez still fighting there with that Fujiwara armbar. Wait, what the hell? Is that a sharpshooter? Oh! Jalen Bray tapping out. And now, every team has had one team member eliminated. As we're down to 4. Ooh, got him. Now look at this. Ooh. Going after that arm. Oh, trying to go for a suicide dive, but Tim Rage wasn't having it. Vincent Romanov has left the ringside area, and now Jalen Bray is making his exit. And now look at this! Ooh, what a power slam by Tim Rage! Oh, damn! German suplex, followed by another one. Alberto Diaz is still at ringside. And now look at this, LaBelle lock by Jimmy Jimenez. And Alberto Diaz is still hanging in there. Trying to throw that candlestick, but it didn't work. Well, you can tell the fatigue in all the competitors now. And now Vincent Roman, I'll try to get the crowd behind him. Ooh, got hit with that spinning heel kick. Didn't see that one coming. And now Tim Rage over the Spider Rage, going for the cover. And both members of the Tallahassee Twins have been eliminated in this one, so it's down to these three. And Alberto Diaz finally makes an exit from ringside, or has he? And now Tim Rage, look at that, wrenching the arm of Victor Romanov. Ooh, what a spine buster by Tim Rage. And misses that clothesline. And nice drop kick by Jimmy Jimenez. And a lot of blood being shed in this one. And we're gonna have to get the cleanup crew to take care of that one. Got right through the spill there. Hold up. Oh! This match is good here. No weapons being used. Tim Rage is slow to get back up. Tim Rage try to get the crowd pumped up. Yeah, look at this. Tim Rage. Oh, wait, what the? Wait, the Romanov counters. Oh! Face first into that table. Kick out by Steele men. Oh, what? Hold on. Hello, who's this?
Hey, Antonio, it's Alexis from Crunch. I just wanted to remind you about your 3:30 appointment tomorrow.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
Alrighty, Happy New Year. We'll see you then.
All right, thank you. All right, bye. Okay, hello. All right, so that was a little reminder for the gym. And now Tim Rage, it's like this the third time's a charm, and he delivers that buckle bomb through the table. Oh! Yeah, Tim Rage is not playing around. Ever since he got a hold of a weapon, this is when he started to get motivated. Tim Rage having to tap out, and the Barrio Boys getting the win, and the new WCDL Tag Team Champions. Like, man, I was not expecting that. So there was two teams I thought was going to win this one, either the Romanov brothers or the Guapo Rage. That's very apparent after I started getting into the match, and damn. Rage. Well, this is the type of match you want to see. And like, how do you? And now the infamous Karen. All right, I'll be back real quick. I come back, and then you have Alexa Bliss hitting the infamous Karen with a chair shot. Now the cover. The infamous Karen kicks out after one. Look at that clothesline by the infamous Karen. Look at that stiff punch. For the story being told here, you have the infamous alliance and the strength in numbers that Amaya Ahmed has to keep an eye on Catalina Cruz and Randy Violet at times. Ooh, what a takedown by Amaya Ahmed. Cover. 1, 2. Ooh. Definitely 2 and 99%. And now the infamous Karen getting the 3 cannon and is your new WCDL Women's World Champion. A long time coming for her. I know she's gonna happily accept the win. Man, I can't believe that she's now the WCDL Women's Champion. Alright, so let's get the next match going. For the Crucero title now. So, one live stream I plan on doing on the night of New Year's Day is Southern California CAW's first ever premium event, Warfare, live on pay-per-view. You see here the Cruiserweight Cowboy, Nick Gemini. He's making the way down the ring. Because I think this might be Nick Gemini's first shot at the Crucero title. And after this live stream is all, I'm going to be I should just take the day off from the gym today. Because I'm going to be going tomorrow. And I do need a day of rest from the gym. I went Sunday, I went Monday, I went yesterday. And I'm going to be going tomorrow and Friday and Saturday. And then next week I'm starting full time at my job. I've been there part time with a few other gigs on the side to complete full time income. XGWL Cruiserweight Crucero Championship. I wish I could change the words that same style and say Crucero. As you see the referee Juan Lopez holding up the Crucero titles. Here we go. Now look at this. Ooh, nice springboard Phoenix splash by Electro Inferno of the Anarchist. Because one thing, much like the previous match, there's going to be that strength in numbers. This time from Blake Stone and the leader El Toro Extremo. But I know El Toro Extremo was none too pleased that AJ Cool slash the King of Hurt have lost the tag titles last night. Gemini. Oh, Snake Eyes. And now look at this. Electro Inferno setting up for a pile driver. Oh! Connects. No, cover. Oh, 2 count. Now these two are exchanging punches. Now we have 2 springboard body splash by the Cruiserweight Cowboy. Only gets 1 count though. And now Electro Inferno with a roll up for another 1 count. And now look at this. Oh, what a DDT there by Gemini. And now look at this El Toro Extremo reaching underneath the ring and throwing in a steel chair like as a distraction by Blake Stone. That's a place that they don't want to be. Look at this. While the referee was throwing the chair out of the ring, El Toro Extremo getting involved in this one. And now look at this. Ooh, the reverse DDT there by Electro Inferno. Cover. 1, 2. Oh. 299%. They didn't want a repeat of what happened last night with another title lost from the camp. There's a lot of pressure on Electro Inferno to retain his title. Oh, misses that middle rope 630. That's why that move should only be performed with the top rope only. Sometimes botches can happen and are unplanned, and depending on how it goes, it could either be spectacular or horrendous. And now Toro Extremo getting on the top of the ring apron again. Ooh, damn, nice springboard clothesline by the Cruiserweight Cowboy. And El Toro taking off that turnbuckle pad off. Another distraction. A couple of kicks there by Electro Inferno. And now, oh, Enziguri. Damn, that's gotta be it. And now, Electro Inferno setting up to get the win here. Oh! Damn, that running reverse DDT cover. 1, 2. And Electro Inferno retaining. And give credit to Nick Gemini for doing his best to try to compete in this one, despite all the distractions from the rest of the anarchists at ringside. But that was just too much for the Cruiserweight Cowboy. And now the next one for the professional title. Alright, hour 13. for the XGWL professional title. Because these two may have squared up in the Aggression Championship Wrestling, but honestly, this is like one of the few rare times that these two have squared up in the ring against each other. Only because of the positions on the card. But for many years, Brandon Thomas was at the lower card, and XtremeTony has been at the main event level. And now they've met in the middle here, as Brandon Thomas has been paying his dues, winning titles both in and out of XGWL, winning the Crucero title, winning the Pure title here in XGWL, winning the Aggression Championship Wrestling one half of the tag title, winning the world title. Moving up in weight out of the Crucero division. And you see on the shirt, change it to Hot Atlanta's finest showman. Oh, no, something. Don't need it. XtremeTony is no longer the Phoenix Pro World Champion. I need to fix that. But he's definitely the professional champion still. One thing, Phoenix Pro had their return show earlier this month. The one thing that you see in the real world with the working agreements that you see in both the two big promotions, for the Big Ben Stanford and the Jacksonville Jaguars wrestling team. And yes, that's my nickname for AEW, the Jacksonville Jaguars wrestling team. Only because the owner of the Jaguars funded AEW. And now the champion, the playmaker, XtremeTony. Reverting back to the playmaker persona over in Phoenix Pro, but still the living proof over in Aggression Championship Wrestling. The second biggest title in XGWL, held proudly by the playmaker. As for the playmakers, it's definitely a proving ground here with the professional title, and here we go. Look at that Hurricanrana cover. Because there's a 40-pound weight difference now between these two. Whereas before it would have been 60 pounds, and now look at this. So that's what Brandon Thomas wanted to do. He wants to prove that he deserves bigger, so he has to up his weight to prove that. Because the last time these two had a prominent feud against each other was over in Southern California CEW in its final years. And look at that neck breaker. And now the Playmaker punching away here. Showing shades of the living proof persona with those punches. Because the Playmaker's not afraid to get his hands dirty at times. I know that the living proof will do that all day, a day. Look at that. Shooting star splashed by Brandon Thomas cover. And the Playmaker kicks out after one. So yeah, there's a reason why with XtremeTony, like the monikers matter. Because you have the real me talking right now. And then you see right now my virtual counterpart in there as Brandon Thomas getting hyped up, and then the two alter egos between the babyface Playmaker persona and the heel living proof persona. Oh, yeah, referee Juan Lopez unfortunately got caught in the crossfire there with that one. And now the Playmaker getting back up, and now Brandon Thomas, ooh, slap to the chest, and now look at this. Still pulling off those high-flying maneuvers. And now the cover. One and only. A nice shoulder tackle. Because both men are 40 plus, and then they do have to adapt their ring styles. Not given their age, and ooh, it's not like the Playmaker can pull off flying head scissors takedowns like he did back in his younger days. And now Brandon Thomas, ooh, nice fisherman suplex, but no, countered by the Playmaker. And yeah, when I do call the action that my virtual counterpart is performing in the ring, I do call him by his moniker. Ooh, springboard drop kick. Ooh, nice counter by the Playmaker as Brandon Thomas was attempting that spinning heel kick. And now look at this. Nice swinging neck breaker by the Playmaker. As my virtual counterpart is taking control of things. Oh, nice corkscrew flying forearm. I might do like a light workout here at the house. I do have a few dumbbells. Ooh, nice. Look at that drop kick. Nice elevation by Brandon Thomas as he's now going to the top turnbuckle. And man, his plans changed when the Playmaker got back up and delivers that nice springboard drop kick. And Brandon Thomas talking smack, saying now he put him down for so many years, and now they're at this point they're at equal footing. And countered by the Playmaker. Couple of strikes there. Man, one thing is like Brandon Thomas is all bloodied up now. And now connects with that springboard crossbody cover. One and only. See, I'd rather have it like this without the HUDs and everything than to simulate like you're watching WWE, AEW, or whatever company that the big fan in Stanford has acquired or has working agreements with. And now look at this. Oh, nice running forearm shot. Could this be it? Cover. One, two. Ooh, kick out. Another spinning heel kick by Brandon Thomas. Look at that. Ooh, springboard elbow. And now top rope. Could this be it? Oh! Gets out of the way of that 404 drop. And now the playmaker looking to capitalize on that counter. Trips him up. Sweeps the leg. Sharpshooter. Nowhere for Brandon Thomas to go, and lets go of the hold. I'm a bit surprised, but the match continues. And another springboard crossbody. As the playmaker rolls out of the ring. And Brandon Thomas has some bad intentions with the playmaker. Oh, look at that Hurricanrana. And as Brandon Thomas is in control of things against my virtual counterpart here. And now look at this. Up as a, and look at that, just slams him right on that security barricade. And now the playmaker with that drop kick. And now the playmaker rolling back in the ring. About to set up for the Padre Popper, maybe. No, trips him up, sets him up for another sharpshooter in the ring. Locks it in. Has it wrenched in, and Brandon Thomas tapping out. And the playmaker is still the XGWL professional champion. Yeah, what a win. And Brandon Thomas proved that he can hang as he moves up in rank, moves up in able to perform against bigger competition. That's definitely credit due for Brandon Thomas stepping up against the playmaker. All right, now we're up to our semi-main event. All right. You know what I should have in her ringside attire, just have her wear a t-shirt with her cartoon face on there, like that's on Tammy's X account. And you see there Lisa Vasquez and Ruby Carter being accompanied by the Queen Bee, Tammy. one thing is, as far as so first and foremost, welcome to the live stream. Just want to get that out of the way. Secondly, as far as the cap goes, I tend to have the cap like, honestly, I don't have a cap per se, but I do have the overall attributes based on their position on the card. So obviously, lower card talent is going to have a lower overall than main eventers. But for the and then for the women in late 80s Southern California CEW, it's going to be a bit lower, only because the talent of women wrestling isn't as great back then than it is now. That's why you see in the modern WWE 2K games that the female in-game roster has like high overalls, like 95, 96, for example. Or an Australian punk rock chick. Or one of my favorite Japanese female wrestlers right now. Right, you can drop in. Also, thank you for the endorsement on X last week. You see there the women's tag team champions, Showbiz and AV, Alexis Vixen and Gian Tonelli, as they're going to be defending their titles against the Beehive. As Lisa Vasquez starting things off against Alexis Vixen. As they lock up. Irish Whip and clothesline. You see Lisa Vasquez with the back on a tattoo on her back towards her shoulder of the Cuban flag, and look at that. Damn. And now the tag to Giantonelli. One thing is that Lisa Vasquez and Alexis Vixen. Gotcha. Because I honestly think the personality traits do matter. And now look at this. Ooh, damn, what a maneuver. Shades of Tammy with that one. Because with if you pay attention to the personality traits, because like if you turn up the treacherous personality trait, they are going to voluntarily get off the ring apron when you attempt to tag them. Ooh, nice German suplex. Now look at this with a bridge. Because one thing is XGWL was featured on this little show on X called the E-Fed Watcher. And yeah, one that covers E-Feds rather than CAW. Right. And one attribute that matters a lot is the personality traits is aggressiveness and discipline, or pride and arrogance, and if they're cowardly or bold. And now look at this, the tag to Giantonelli. Well, another attribute that's important, and another big old splash, is the AI tendencies. How often they perform certain sets of moves, like how often do they perform diving maneuvers, because like larger wrestlers shouldn't be flying to the top rope all the time, like unless, even if it's like an athletic big man. And now look at that. Ooh, nice Irish whip by Giantinelli, as these two have had a bit of a rivalry in the past, as Giantinelli has called Ruby Carter, quote unquote, the other one in the Beehive. Again, it does matter whether they're a face or a heel. Like this is what makes a great dynamic for a match. And you tell a story in the ring. And right now, look at this. Ruby trying to shake off that quote unquote other one nickname that she's been given years ago. So I just checked my email about my visit on the Papa app. So for those who are unfamiliar with the Papa app is, oh, nice maneuver by Ruby with that somersault plancha. Is an app where someone that can't take care of themselves, you're there and you help them out in many ways. And now look at this, Ruby. Oh, try to go for a bulldog, but Giantinelli counters. Cammy trying to get her team riled up here, because this is definitely an on-again, off-again rivalry that's been going on for quite some time. First it just started between Tammy and Alexis Vixen, and it's just shifted over between the other two members of the Beehive against Showbiz and AV. Now the cover, one and only. Now the tag to Lisa Vasquez. And now look at this. Lisa Vasquez trips up Giantinelli, goes with an STF. And Alexis Vixen with the save. And now the cover. Oh, definitely a 2.99%. And now the tag to Alexis Vixen, as Lisa Vasquez was showing off a bit too much. The Cuban hottie. Now, oh, suicide dive by Alexis Vixen. And goes going after the arm. Now look at this. Oh, right on the outside. The referee's up to an 8 count. Hurry, get back in the ring. Oh, barely made that one. Nice belly-to-belly suplex by Alexa Vixen. Now Tammy with the distraction, as these two old rivals are exchanging words right now, buying some time for Lisa Vasquez. And now look at this. Oof. Oh my god. Oof. Oh my god. That was super painful to see. Now wrenching the arm. Ooh. I know when these two are in the ring, you are going to see a bit of a technical clinic. And now Ruby getting tagged. And now Ruby hits the jewel drop. Cover. New champions? No. This saves her. Alright, so let me get. Now Tammy with another distraction, and that buys some time for Ruby to tag in Lisa Vasquez. Knee to the midsection. Ooh, what a backbreaker. Now look at that scoop slam and then a leg drop. And now tagging in Giantinelli. Now look at that flying elbow by Lisa Vasquez. Look at the strength in here by Giantinelli. Now let's see what Giants are going to do here. And now let's see. And now Giantinelli, her next move, just getting the tag to Alexis Vixen. Look at this. Oh, good teamwork there by Showbiz and AV. And now Alexis Vixen. Oh, sets up the Vixen Buster. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, kick out by Ruby. And I honestly think the best match between these two is an XGWL Worldwide episode 39, like 15 years ago, with Hector Diaz and Joel Knight calling the action. And now the tag. And the funniest part is Joel Knight lusting over both Alexis Vixen and Carter. Now we got big splash. Ready for the things and the whatnot. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the whatnot. Now, look at that. It's just something, because honestly, one thing that I've said, because a lot of times the commentary can make or break the quality of a match. And now the tag to Felisa Vasquez. That's why with the Hector Diaz character, right? I tend to model the style like a hybrid of Jim Ross and Gorilla Monsoon. And now there's nice, beautiful standing dropkick by Lisa Vasquez. And now tagging in Ruby. Nice fall-away slam by Giantinelli. And now Tammy on the ring apron. Thankfully the referee didn't see that. Maybe a cheap shot at Lisa Vasquez tagging in Alexis Vixen. Pull right from the back. 1, 2. Oh, kick out by Ruby. Ruby. And let's see what she's gonna do here. Look at this kick, kick, kick. Ooh. And now look at this. Oh! Grasping both arms and delivering that knee to the mush. And now look at this modified back suplex. And now kick to the back. And now Ruby looking to set up for that bulldog again. Because one thing is, the bulldog headlock is definitely a very underrated maneuver. Ooh, and Ruby hitting the jewel drop. I know it's not a finishing maneuver, but definitely certain versions of the move can be great to see. And now look at this. Oh! As Alexa Vixen gets out of the way of that springboard moonsault attempt by Ruby. Tagging in Giantinelli. Let's see what teamwork they're going to pull off here. That double back body drop. Nice elevation on that one, though. And now Giantinelli going after the beam. Look at that. Just showing off a bit. The former Hollywood stunt woman. And it's ooh. And that scoop slam. And now Tammy with the distraction. As Tammy and Giantinelli are exchanging words. And a few days ago, Tammy released her latest episode of her mini podcast, Tammy's Dancing with Wrestling. I was playing a clip of it last night just to give you guys a little glimpse of what Tammy talks about in her mini podcast. They run between 6 to 8 minutes long. On the Talkie AI app. And now look at this, ooh, missing that senton attempt. And now tagging in Alexis Vixen. And now look at this. Oh! Damn. I think that was the heart attack. Made famous by the Hart Foundation with Bret Hart and brother-in-law Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Cover now. 1, 2. Ooh, kick out by Alexis Vixen. And oh my god, the Fisherman Buster. Fisherman Brainbuster. And now, nice belly to belly by Lisa Vasquez. And Tammy arguing with the crowd. I think Ruby got the tag. Irish whip by Ruby. Ducks underneath. Leapfrogs. And now, for that. Oh, what a punch. Just throws Alexis Vixen up in the air. Eliminates that well-timed punch. And what? Damn. The Beehive. Getting the championship. Your winner and new XGWL Women's Tag Team Champions. The Beehive, Ruby and Lisa Vasquez. I'm surprised. It's a big old upset here as these two after Showbiz and AV holding on to the titles for many years. Alright, so our main event. And our main event. Jimmy, Apophis, Nicmeri. Our main event for the XGWL Ultimate World Heavyweight Championship. Trey, Steele, Jimmy, Nicmeri. This is what it's all about. For the big prize. The Ultimate World title. Yeah, one of the reasons I need to take a day off from the gym right now is because my body needs to rest from the gym. Especially when I'm going to have an appointment at the gym tomorrow. Because every year at the gym I go to, they have a kickoff session. Like a free 1-hour session with a personal trainer. So I'm going to be assessed for body fat, how much muscle is in each body, each part of the body. Like I did last year. Where they had me set up on this, like, sort of a scale. Oh, you see that. Part of the being in that Nicmeri bloodline, where his great grandfather Enzo Nicmeri wrestled over in Europe in the 60s, and then his grandfather Vincent Nicmeri, who wrestled last night against Bradley Wright, who primarily wrestled in the 80s and 90s in both WFA and Southern California CEW. And then his father, Mario Nicmeri. Yeah, because his Snakes of Chaos. That's what we're going to see here, because in CAW, there aren't too many wrestling dynasties or wrestling families. Other than the Nicmeri family, the only family that comes close is the Wright/Loco families, where you have Tammy's parents and uncle, the Trailer Park Crew, and then the husband and wife team of XtremeTony and Tammy, and then their daughter Brianna Loco. And you see there the XGWL Ultimate World Heavyweight Champion, Trey Steele, and how it says right there on his shirt, stronger than Steele. And yeah, this should be an interesting match between these two, given the circumstances of Apophis having his snakes of chaos at ringside. Remember when he first debuted, making his way to the ring in a cape and a Kangol hat. Back in 2010. Now 15-year pro. And Apophis has been around for 25 years in CAW. Definitely a multiple-time world champion in CAW. That's interesting. Santos. As Trey Steele hands the title to referee Juan Lopez. And we're going to see a title change here in XGWL Year in Review 2025. And here we go. And it's more of a filling out process between these two at this moment. Now look at this modified back suplex by Apophis. And now this time connect with that back breaker. Good job of just going after the legs here by Trey Steele. Look, wait, what the? Look at this. Tried to go for a clothesline, but Apophis stepped out of the way. As we're seeing a lot of counters early on in the match. I think the outside is going to favor Apophis in this match a bit more than Trey Steele, which is Trey Steele's best strategy is to keep the match in the ring. That's what Apophis is the opposite. They take things to the outside, rely on the snakes of chaos to bend the rules in his favor. And now look at this, Trey Steele trying to go for the 1,000 leg plunge, but no. Counter. And now look at this, as Apophis going after the arm of Trey Steele, trying to take away some of that power. And now look at this, Trey Steele having to go with the power in this one. And now look at the strength here of Trey Steele. And now look at this. And look at that spine buster. Cover. 2 count. Now Trey Steele trying to go for the rings of Saturn. Middle of the ring, nowhere to go. Too early there. Let's try to put this one away. And the frustration from Apophis is very apparent as he continues those punches. Look at the disrespect there from Apophis. Now look at this, 1,000 leg plunge. Ooh, goddamn. Kick to the midsection. Try to avoid disqualification. And now look at this, the distraction by the Death Snake. Yeah, you can see the frustration out of Jimmy Apophis with Nicmeri. Oh, you hear him back in there. And now look at this. Going back to the... Oh, what? Oh, my God. Those are the highlights. And, man, Apophis tapping out. And look at this. Just wasting no time with that. brings us Saturn. And what a win by Trey Steele, proving that he is the franchise player currently right now in XGWL. Because I know Apophis is... I feel like this war between these two is not over yet. I guarantee that it's not over between these two. Alright, so let's start wrapping things up. So hopefully everyone is going to have a good New Year's Eve. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. So if you like the video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and share it throughout all the socials. With all that being said, this has been your homeboy XtremeTony. Thank you all for watching. Y como siempre, I bid you guys adios, and we'll see you guys next time.